Even great shows like Bluey have a worst episode, and today I want to talk about the worst rated episode, and it is Wild Girls. This is the lowest rated episode in the entire series at a 7.1, and honestly, I kind of get why. Like, it's not that bad, but this is Bluey. Like, these episodes are fucking amazing, so not amazing in this sense is like a fucking war crime. So let's get into it. Let's start this off with a quick summary, just in case you haven't seen Wild Girls, this fucking disaster of a Bluey episode. But it follows Indy and Coco. Like, Bluey is plowing a field during 95% of this episode. Anyway, Indy and Coco are like pretending they're on Survivor or some shit, but they're like wild girls. They're just surviving in the wilderness, eating leaves and shit. But Indy wants to go broaden her horizons, update the game a little bit, play farmers with Bluey, but Coco is not having that shit. She is like, stay away from those damn fucking delinquents, and you can only play farmers with me. And this causes like a whole conflict with Indy, and she ends up playing farmers with Bluey, and Coco gets sad, and then Calypso is like, hey, you gotta like let people fucking live and you gotta like evolve your game or no one's gonna want to play with you and some shit like that. I don't think Calypso's used very well in this episode, but we'll get to that later. But anyway, then Coco decides, hey, maybe I am being a controlling bitch. And then she like joins this farmers game where they like combine farmers and wild girls. Like, it's fine. They learn to adapt their play together, like fucking kinda, I guess. But for me, like, kids arguing about imaginary rules in a game is like the same as a fucking UN negotiation and like nobody's agreeing on anything. So it's like a huge fucking deal in this episode. So that's really the gist of it. It's not really that complicated. I mean, it's Bluey and it's fucking 5 minutes long. So I want to get into why I think this is the lowest rated Bluey episode, and the main reason I think this is because Bluey isn't fucking in it. She is off plowing a field with Rusty for the whole episode, growing her potatoes, being a little farm girly, while Coco's over here having a fucking crisis in the woods. And I know there are episodes of Bluey that do this really, really well. Like, I love the episode Octopus, where it's about Chloe and her dad's situation, how he's like lame and Bluey's dad is cool and stuff like that. But that had like a strong emotional core of like a father-daughter relationship, a clear arc, and then a really nice payoff when she went back to play with Bluey. But in Wild Girls, it really doesn't have that. Like, this video would have stayed the same without fucking Bluey even in it. If it was just Rusty plowing the field, or it could have been anybody plowing that damn field, it didn't really matter. Like, I love Bluey. I think she's a great character, and I love the side characters too, but her absence is really felt in this episode. Like, if you're gonna put Bluey on the fucking bench, then you need something equally strong to replace her, and this episode just does not do that. Another reason I don't really think this episode does well is because it makes Coco fucking unlikable. And like, I know there are episodes that make other characters unlikable, but Coco is just a bitch in this episode, and I hate her fucking poodle ass for 90% of it. She's bossy, she's dismissive, she doesn't fucking learn anything until the very end of the episode, but then it's kind of weak what she learns because she's still fucking playing Wild Girls with Indy. She's just like doing it slightly differently, where Indy is still frolicking to find food, except Indy is just growing the food in her fake fucking garden now instead of like hunting for leaves or whatever. Like, it's the same fucking game. It just has like an extra step to it. It's weird. Like, Bluey usually handles conflicts that are like actually really, really good and amazing for children, but this one just feels so fucking one-sided. Like, Coco's, it's all about her. Like, I don't understand. Like, there are episodes that handle these one-sided conflicts so much better, like Shadowlands, where that little wiener dog has short legs and all that stuff, and Seesaw with the tiny little Pomeranian chick. Like, they handled these without making the characters fucking frustrating. Like, I should not be screaming at my TV telling Coco to go fuck herself. Like, she's literally a little pink poodle chick. I shouldn't be feeling that annoying. Like, good Bluey conflict feels like something really, really real, and it's not just fucking annoying. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Coco woke up and fucking chose violence in this episode, and I don't fucking vibe with that. Another reason that I think this episode performed poorly is because it's in season 3. Season 3 is fucking stacked with the emotional heavy hitters. Like, all of the good ones. And then Wild Girls is in there. It just feels fucking flat. There's not really a big emotional moment. No like gut punch or anything like that. Like, yeah, I guess it's kind of emotional when Coco's sad that Indy like doesn't want to play with her anymore because she's boring as fuck and controlling. But like, I didn't feel that bad because Coco's being a bitch the whole time. I was on Indy's side. I was like, ditch that motherfucker, Indy. You don't need that. It just wasn't that great. Like, it wasn't that bad of an episode, but it's not one of the ones that stick with you. Like, when you ask people, like, hey, what Bluey episode stuck with you the most? A lot of people are going to say, like, Baby Race or Sleepy Time or Curry Quest or anything like that. But this one, it just doesn't fucking... It doesn't stick with you at all. Like, season 3 had me crying over cartoon dogs, and then this episode was like, what if we just, like, didn't do that? I don't vibe with it. Another reason I think this is weak is because the jokes are fucking weak or completely missing. Like, there's kind of like a funny ha-ha moment where Chloe is like, hey, do you want to play toilet tag where you like pretend to be a toilet? It's like freeze tag, except instead of freezing, you're a toilet. And then like it hard cuts to the title screen. That was fucking funny. Everything else, not really. Bluey does a really, really good job at balancing heart and humor. This episode does not have memorable jokes or anything that really stood out to me. Like, there are episodes that are not that emotional. Like, Facey Talk has its emotional moments, but it's like funny consistently. And the same thing with Granny Mobile. Like, it's funny, but it's not like that deeply emotional. Like, you can have both, but if you're not gonna go the deep emotional route, then it has to be a funny episode. Like, you can't do a Bluey that's just like fucking kind of funny with little to no emotion. Like, God, I laughed more reading the fucking episode description than watching the episode. I want to quickly touch upon the pacing because I'm a dork and I really care about stuff like that. The opening is so fucking slow. Like, it takes a long time. And this episode's only 5 minutes, and it takes a long time to establish this fucking game that they're playing. Like, they go through like 2 rounds of it. Like, I fucking get it after the first round. Like, I've been on this planet long enough. Didn't they make a whole episode about how we weren't born yesterday? I think they need to like take their own advice there. It just kind of repeats the same conflict throughout the entire episode over and over and over again. And it just fucking takes a while to get going. By the time Chloe's like all checked out of the game and Indy follows Chloe and fucking Coco's all upset, I'm pretty checked out. Like, this episode's like a Monday morning. And then the final reason that I think this episode is kind of a stinker is because Calypso is just not really used well in this. Calypso is that like wise teacher who's kind of like magical in the way that she guides kids. She's like she's like the Miss Honey pretty much, but she really isn't present in this episode enough. Like, she usually gives this like amazing advice, and she like kind of does, but it's not like that great or that memorable. I didn't think like, oh, Calypso and this one. I usually think that like when she's in like Typewriter and stuff like that, those are amazing episodes that use her. And if you're gonna use Calypso, you gotta let that bitch cook. Like, don't let her pop in like a substitute teacher. Like, she has to be a fucking presence. And like, she kind of just showed up, solved the problem in one sentence, and then dipped because she had like another classroom emotional issue that she needed to heal or some shit. Like, she just was underused in this episode. In conclusion, I don't think Wild Girls is that fucking terrible of an episode. I think it's mid. But when you have a show as strong as Bluey, mid really stands out. And with every other episode being like an emotional masterpiece or comedy gold, this one just feels really fucking forgettable. So I 100% understand why this one is the lowest rated Bluey episode. And a 7.1 isn't even that bad in rating. But when you look at this, it's like, wow, when it's next to all these fucking 9.8s, it really fucking stands out. I don't think it's a terrible episode. I think it's just really a missed opportunity. And they really went like, hey, we can't all be Baby Race, so I get it, but I don't know. Maybe they could do better. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to hear me talk about another TV show that has a bad episode and we can talk about that, that would be awesome. I really want to build a platform on here, and you guys are helping me out a lot. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!